Oh, hello, this is Tak Chong from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share. Every morning when I go for a walk, I'm always impressed by the vastness of the soybean field that stretch for miles and miles. I know for a long time that soybean production by the United States is #1 in the world, account for about 30% of all world production. But I did not realize that the county that I live in, Livingston County, is ranked #2 in the United States. Okay, let's get to today's video. In an earlier video, I demonstrate how to create sauce during stir frying. And to follow up with this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a teriyaki sauce for chicken in this video. To create the teriyaki sauce, I'm going to use a combination of oyster sauce and hoisin sauce. And to learn more about these two sauces, you can take a look at this video. And cooking this dish could not be any easier because it only takes about 4 or 5 minutes. By having chicken in advanced prepping, use my advanced prepping system for chicken, you can have chicken from a freezer to the wok in about 10 minutes. This system works extremely well. It allows you to have chicken anytime you want. So the first thing I enter into the kitchen is that I grab some chicken from the freezer. I freeze them in 6-ounce portions in Ziploc bags. They are packed in a thin layer, so they could be thawed out really quickly in a sink of warm water. I then coat the chicken with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to shallow fry the chicken, and with the coating of the cornstarch, it will give the chicken a light, crispy breading. It will make the chicken more flavorful. At the same time, it will keep the chicken moist and tender inside. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of canola oil to my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. With its large flat bottom surface area, which is about 9 inches across, it makes this wok perfect to use as a small frying pan. This will allow me to lay the chicken out in a thin layer. I'm going to use a pair of long-handled tongs to achieve this objective. This method is known as shallow frying. In fact, this is very similar to deep frying, except you fry the ingredients on one side first and then you turn them over to fry the other side. And by having a thin layer of cornstarch coating, it will cause the surface of the chicken to take on a light breading. And because of the cornstarch on the surface of the chicken, they start to brown. And because the chicken has been sliced into thin layer, they are very easy to cook. I switch to my wok spatula after I fry the chicken for about 30 to 40 seconds. If you want the chicken to take on a heavier breading, you can use more cornstarch, and also you can shallow frying them longer. But in this case, I prefer them to be with a relatively light breading. One great thing about coating the chicken with cornstarch is because it will start to causing them to brown, and in some case with some charring, it gives the chicken better flavor. Okay, now the chicken is about 80% done. I'm going to start seasoning first with 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. This is followed by 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. The ratio between the oyster sauce and the hoisin sauce is important in creating the type of flavor that you like. You might want to experiment with this ratio until you got it right. At this point, I'm going to add a small amount of water to create a sauce. However, I'm going to only add a small amount of water at a time because I do not want to dilute the flavor of the sauce. As you can see, as soon as the water hit the wok, it starts to turn into steam almost immediately. This will also allow me to clean the wok of anything that might have stuck and burned to the bottom of the wok. And I call this method spot cleaning. I add 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce to create a more intense flavor as well as color to the dish. And then I add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce to make the dish more salty. This is then followed by 1 tablespoon of sugar to make the dish sweeter. The saltiness and sweetness is the distinct characteristics of a teriyaki dish that with strong flavor. And then to create a thicker sauce, I'm going to sprinkle 1 tablespoon of cornstarch directly over the ingredients. By this time, I have turned the stove off. And with constant and vigorous mixing, I'm able to blend the cornstarch into the sauce and cause the sauce to thicken. And for a good teriyaki dish, you want the sauce to be really thick. You want the sauce clink directly onto the surface of the chicken. Okay, the dish is done. And the total cook time of this dish is under 5 minutes. This is a type of teriyaki chicken dish that you will find in a restaurant. And quite often, the chicken is also deep fried. But of course, that takes more time. And the shallow frying actually get the chicken's flavor and texture pretty close to what you find in a restaurant. And finally, I garnish the dish with some scallions. And the scallion is great to use in this purpose because it adds both flavor as well as color to the dish. The contrast between the fresh green color of the scallion and the dark coloration of the teriyaki chicken makes it visually appealing. I don't cook this teriyaki chicken dish too often, but I always do it when I have visitors. This is particularly when I have young diners. They love teriyaki chicken cooked like this. This dish is an example to demonstrate how to make a sauce for different type of dishes for different circumstances. In fact, most people tend to buy teriyaki sauce that has already been prepared. And there are many different type of sauces available on the market. However, I think it is much better if you make the sauce yourself, in the case by the use of the combination of the oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, plus soy sauce and sugar. This will allow you to create the sauce exactly how you like it. And this is part of the flavor chasing aspect of my fast cooking system. Therefore, in addition to flavor chasing, it also includes advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And my fast cooking system is designed for you to cook food that is beneficial to your health, but at the same time it is practical, it is efficient, it is rapid, it is fusion, it's economical, it's creative, and of course it has to taste great. Because in order to make home cooking sustainable, it has to taste great. It has to give you a sense that what you're going to cook is better than anybody else could cook for you. And for the home cooking system to be beneficial to your health, you have to do it every day. And with the fast cooking system, this is completely possible. And because it will not take you more than 30 minutes each night to cook your dinner. Because the food not only is going to taste great, but it's also a lot of fun. On my YouTube channel, I have a lot of examples to show you how to adopt my fast cooking system. I post a video every day, so I will see you tomorrow. Keep on cooking.